Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bluhdhaven podcast, episode number 82. As always, I am your host, Balfour and today I am joined with a lot of special guests. So, as always, we're going to introduce our co-host,
Buddy.
We have
Marcus.
Brandi. I'm Kris.
So, if you guys watch our content, you guys have heard them and seen them in multiple of our stuff. Marcus is normally here for our Munchkin Monday stream. Brandi is our very frequent guest on our board game videos, as well as Kris. So there's a lot of people on today's podcast, so we're going to talk about whatever we can think about. But a short update for all of our stuff. I am so sorry about this week's video. I was trying my best to get it out on Monday, and it didn't happen. So if you're listening to this today, which is Thursday, which is when this comes out, our board game video came out on Tuesday. So sorry about that. And you guys might also know that we did not come out with a Tucson by Night episode this week. We are reevaluating the story, but there will be a new episode coming out next Wednesday. So make sure to check that out. Other than that, I guess we can just jump into the podcast. So right before we started, Marcus was looking up the American icon, who is Brendan Fraser. So we can talk about him for a little bit. What were you guys talking about? Because I like vaguely heard.
I was talking about like there's this movie he just came out with. It's called No Sudden Move, and I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it's really good. Brendan Fraser playing a mob boss. I'm down for it. I'm with it.
I would watch it.
I'd like to see Rick O'Connell just want to Al Capone some shit.
Exactly.
Who all did you say was in that?
Oh yeah, it's got a good amount of people in this. It's got Brendan Fraser, it's got Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro.
Oh shit!
It's got Kieran Culkin, that one Culkin brother that is trying. Hey, he's good. I'm not gonna lie, I like him. And I don't know if you guys saw that movie Uncut Gems.
Oh,
yes.
dude.
Yeah, Julia Fox, the
dude,
beautiful,
she's so
hot woman.
Okay.
Yeah, man, just good. Gosh, she's in it too. If Brendan Fraser wasn't in it, she would have drawn my eye too. So I think I'm doing that tonight. I think I'm gonna watch that movie.
I think that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'm gonna definitely add that to my must watch. I like Brendan Fraser. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Oh yeah,
because I'm really bummed because for those who don't know, he actually got blacklisted for years in Hollywood because he addressed sexual harassment by a very famous director. He straight out was trying to come out and say, like, I was sexually harassed by this director. And it got blown under the rug. Like, he got blacklisted from every single agency.
Was this pre-Me Too?
This was way pre-Me.
Yes.
Way pre-Me.
Yes.
This was like
Give
still
you an
like
idea. Yeah,
like
it's the
late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, the last
Really?
movie that I genuinely remember him in is The Mummy. Like the last
thing I remember
big
seeing him in
movie.
at that time was Looney Tunes Back in Action. That was the last
Yeah,
movie.
that's the last movie.
So I think the last movie he did before he kind of went under the radar was Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
But
I didn't even see that. I just knew he was in it.
But like, look at the comparison between all the movies that he was in the early 90s, and then towards that tail end when he did try to come out about it.
Yeah.
There was less and less movies with him in it. And it was because he got
sucks,
blacklisted.
man. I didn't know that.
And then because of that, like, he had to do other stuff, and it was a whole thing. There's I'm pretty sure there's a documentary on it that you can check out online. But now that so many things are coming out about other directors and there's more people coming forward with it, like now he's getting gig after gig especially after the success of Doom Patrol. Like, if you guys haven't checked out the show, it's actually really good.
Okay.
And I'm really happy that he's getting more jobs, and I'm happy that there's a new movie. I'm really bummed that I didn't know that there was a new movie with him in it, though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I found out on a TikTok. There's just this. His name is Straw Hat.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. Okay. So he reviewed it, and I'm just like, no shit, huh? And you're right. I love Brendan Fraser. I love his movies. Aside from The Mummy, I think my favorite Brendan Fraser movie is Encino Man. It's a fucking classic.
So good.
Yo, by the way, are we allowed to cuss and stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, it's a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, I think my favorite Brendan Fraser movie is probably Blast from the Past.
Oh, that's a...
I know of it. I haven't seen it, actually.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Isn't that
Christopher
when
Walken's in it.
He lives in a bomb shelter, right?
Yeah.
And then he comes... Okay,
he grew up for 20
odd years.
20 odd years in a bomb shelter because his parents thought Y2K was legit.
I asked my dad if he believed in the Y2K. He didn't really give me a straight answer, so I'm a little sus.
Are you more upset that you could have been Brendan Fraser?
Yes. Glorious
Would have had
man.
your own Vault 101 and shit.
Love it.
Yeah, no, I think it's really funny. I also think it's a good commentary on like social interactions even now, because like back then it's like he is so respectful towards people and like the way that he interacts in a social environment, and then living in New York, it's like people are assholes, especially in the modern time where it's like, yeah, fuck you. Like like the casual conversation is much different than it was back then.
Isn't there like a Netflix show that basically is blasting the past? Because the way you're telling me about it, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That's what sounds familiar.
I have no
Oh,
idea.
that's very similar. I know that Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was like a cultist group that didn't let anybody go out, and she manages to get out. Yeah, that was actually really funny.
I heard it was a good show.
Never saw it.
It has Aaron from The Office in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard that was like a relatively similar concept.
How many seasons were there?
Oh God, I don't know.
It came out in 2015.
Good for them. It's been that long. Isn't there like a gay best friend in it too? Is she just?
There's always a gay best friend in the best shows these days.
True.
You just need that snarky attitude.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they've upgraded from the fact of like being so horribly just oh god from like the early 2000s, and now it just seems a little bit better.
Oh, you mean how they were portrayed?
Early
Yes.
2000s, everything is so bad.
I don't know what you're talking
They just
so
walk right
bad.
in. Hello.
Yeah. And then the eye roll of being like, ugh. It's like, oof.
You're just sitting here just going, why? I
Yeah.
don't fucking do this.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, me and B were like rewatching like all the really bad high school like comedy movies, and it's like every single one of them is just really, really homophobic. Like every single joke in there, you're like, whoo, yeah, this was the 2000s.
So see, here's at least when it comes to like comedies like that, this is where I feel it affects me personally because I grew up on all that stuff. So a lot of that humor is ingrained into my sense of humor.
Right.
And now that I'm performing stand up, I have to and I'm living in a climate right now where everyone's very sensitive. I don't want to offend a lot of people, but I just don't know what's offensive to certain people.
Well, I also think here's my opinion about this too. Is like if you have to be like racist or prejudiced to a certain group of people for a joke, then I don't think that joke is funny. Because there's definitely a way that you can convey a joke that is like something that's relatable for an audience that you can kind of twist on its head. Like the Taco Bell thing last night from your friend. Like that whole stand-up routine. Oh, yeah. That shit was funny. Because it's like everyone loves Taco Bell, and like it's talking about like Taco Bell's like real meat. Like it's not real meat, right?
80% motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's like that is a good way to do comedy, where it's like you can have a relatable concept and then kind of twist it on its head and be vulgar, but in a sense that it's not offensive to people, but the concept itself is funny. So I think there's a fine line that you can do with comedy, but I feel like it's a positive thing for comedy because that just tells me that comedy is kind of evolving, and I find it interesting when I hear commentary from like past comedians, right? Like I know Tim Allen is like a hit and miss for a lot of people, but Tim Allen kind of put it in a good way where it's like, yeah, what he said in the past made sense, but like nowadays you have to change things, and if you're uncomfortable changing it, then you're not funny, like just straight up. And then you have people like Kevin Hart who's like, well, just people are too sensitive where I can't make a joke nowadays, and it's like those are the two
Did he say
parallel.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like that's how you can tell the difference between a good comedian and someone who's just set in their ways. So it's like I think
George Carlin's another good one.
Oh yeah.
In which regard?
And just like testing a lot of shit.
Yeah, in the sense of like pushing limits, but not alienating his audience. And I think that's a big thing as an entertainer. It's like you don't want to alienate your audience. So it's like how can you be creative by including everybody without offending them to a certain point? Because I mean, if you're going to a comedy show, you're expecting there to be some bad jokes.
Oh, definitely. Especially if it's an open mic.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Man.
Go for the bad jokes.
Yeah. But also, I mean, like there's that line where you have to tread where it's like, okay, what is too offensive, but what is offensive enough where the audience understands that it's still a joke?
It's okay, at least in my experience, I've only done one, and I haven't been doing comedy for that long. I've only been doing like a month and a half. But I have done one joke I felt was treading the line a little bit. It was about little people. Because this is a real story that happened to me. Am I allowed to say the N-word?
No.
Okay. Well, anyways, back in high school, a family of little people walked in, and I have no filter. Like, I'm still working on trying to get a filter for me these days.
Yeah.
But back then, I definitely didn't have it. So I looked at them, and I looked back at my friends like, are they? Yeah.
Oh,
and I said it
no.
loud, very loud.
Oh.
They were so mad, too.
Oh my god.
It was an interesting time in my life.
Oh god.
Yeah,
But back then, it just wasn't as offensive as it is now, you know? At least I don't think it was.
I don't know about that. I will say, growing up on the South Side, that word is used a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is used a lot.
Yes.
So I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, I was like, I don't know why people are saying that. Like, I don't get why that is so common to say. Because to me, I've always seen it as a derogatory word, or like when someone calls a Mexican a, like,
We all know.
Yeah. But like those words, it's like, okay, if that's not okay to say, then why is the other word okay to say? Like in the sense of like that cultural type of like growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's an interesting conversation to have, because I mean the word's been used so often and been used in so many different cultures, but it still has a negative connotation to it. So it's like I just try to stay away from the negative connotative words.
I try my best to stay away from everything like that too.
Yeah, because it's like there's no real reason to really use it.
Exactly. You can say so many other words. Why we have to default to this one?
Exactly. But I mean, going back to the comedy thing, I do think as a comedian, using your own personal stories will really drive you as an entertainer.
And that's what I told that story on set.
Yeah.
And guess what? It got laughs. People like offensive comedy, apparently.
That's the thing. It's like, if the audience is laughing, then the joke worked.
Yeah.
But
the joke probably also worked because he had that realization of he messed up in that moment. Right? He was like, oh no.
Yeah. So everyone's like, oh god, yeah. Like, so, and again, it's a relatable thing where it's like, if they were put in that situation, right,
Mm-hmm.
then they can see the what is it? The tragedy of that.
Yeah.
So, because good comedy is tragedy stuff. So.
And timing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's like maybe that joke wouldn't have worked if you were in like California or a specific region in California. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those things where it's like depending on where you're at, a joke will land or won't.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah. Maybe not say it in Georgia.
I won't. Wait, Georgia.
Or Milwaukee.
Or anywhere
I said
else.
M word.
M?
M word.
oh
M word.
I heard N.
No, M word. M word. Little people. I thought, oh my god, no! Oh shit.
This entire time we all thought M.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
M. The letter before N.
I can't wait to listen to this back later.
We're like all like heartfelt, like let's go.
Yeah, but I also like how collectively when he asked, we're all like, no.
M.
No, they are called little persons. Okay?
Yeah, and I know that now because I didn't know that back then.
Oh man.
But I don't
found
think
out the hard way.
There's nothing wrong with saying, like, because it's different kind of like for that one. Okay, I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it. Midget is the forbidden word.
It is.
So,
Okay.
Because apparently, and I've actually asked this
You
question.
got a new bit for your fucking stand-up right
I love it.
Got it right there.
No, I actually met a little person, and they actually told me it's their N-word, so that's why I
Yeah.
always treat it
Okay.
as
a lot
such.
of a lot of little
people.
little persons
Mm-hmm.
don't like being called midgets, and that is actually, has it been deemed in the same category as the N-word or the C word?
I personally don't know.
I don't know.
That's up for the other. That's for them to decide.
And it's,
really.
as
Yeah.
long as it offends them, just no.
Yeah, if it offends a certain group of people, don't fucking say it.
Yep.
Right.
That's it. Like, I don't know why it's so hard. Like,
Yeah.
for the longest time, I did not understand the term of gypped. I didn't.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
yeah.
For
So,
reminding
like,
people.
for the longest
Did not
time,
know that
did
either.
not know that was an offensive thing, and so I started learning about gypsies and the gypsy culture and the like, and now I'm just like, anytime I hear that, I'm like, you stop it right
you're
now.
on your ass.
Yeah,
about that
I'm
shit.
like,
I get
I'm
you.
like, do not say that at all.
Mhm.
No, I just say rip off.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I just say this
'cause again,
sucks.
there's- yeah, it's like there's
Fucking
always an
sucks.
alternative to
Some
a
bullshit.
word, except for fuck. Fuck is a universal term that everyone can use.
Off
So.
he will fuck.
By the way, if you're ever at a party and you want to use a magic word of the night, make it fuck. Everyone will get drunk in the first 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I used that one time, and I tell everybody now because it's a great, great idea. But unless you say fuck a lot, in which case you're just going to fuck yourself.
So how many times was that? 1, 2.
I was like,
Have a counter.
And that's a shot every time.
Do we have a fuck
oh, it
counter?
was a
please?
shot.
It was a shot every time.
So how drunk did you get that night?
I fell asleep by the toilet.
Oh.
And
That's
you
a
know,
good night.
here's the thing. This apartment only had one toilet, and I woke up next to it.
Oh.
I don't know where they were pissing.
Oh.
The bathtub. It's all
Or by
I
your
was-
face.
No,
By-
they
by
were
your
definitely
face.
pissing next to him.
Why couldn't they just move me?
Wait, did you wake up with
That'd be
your
too
face like
easy.
in the bowl?
No, I was just kind of hugging it like it was a buddy or something.
If you were hugging like around the side.
Yeah,
they
I
have
wouldn't
room.
piss
They
next
have
to you.
room.
Yeah, they have room.
If depending on how inebriated I am, and if I feel confident, I'm like, I ain't gonna hit this man. I'll do it. If I know I'm gonna hit him, no, I'll go in the back.
No, fuck it. I'd still be that drunk person who's like one hand like this, holding it and praying that I don't miss while I'm looking at him next to the toilet, just being like, "You chose this life." Like
A little splash just
Oh,
happens.
You know the terms and conditions.
The splash happens, your heart flutters a bit, but it misses, it's fine.
No,
You roll
no.
an 18 in your dexterity.
I'm gonna pretend none of that was said. I'm gonna live in my own little world
I'm
where
just really hoping you wash your face after that night.
Take a shower, bud?
I'm sure I did. It was years ago. I've taken many showers since then. Enough to wash off the shame, I'm sure.
No.
Starts
I
playing.
don't know, because I'm pretty sure if I was in that situation, I would have just gone up, had the walk of shame home, probably pass out in my bed, then wake up and take a shower.
Yeah, now it's on your
Oh,
pillow.
Yeah, but you're drunk. You don't fucking
Yeah, you
remember
don't
shit.
care.
You're
Curling
just
up, listening
done.
to
All that
Daughtry.
matters
If you've been
just-
so hungover that you just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been there,
All
right?
Yes.
that matters is the sweet release of sleep.
Oh, God, man.
I've only been hungover like 3 times in my life.
Lucky you.
That's not bad.
First time, I was young. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
When they preface it with that, they know you're in for something.
Yeah, I was young. We were celebrating my grandmother's 70th birthday, and we rented out a restaurant. We had wine, beer, and liquor at the restaurant, and then we went to the house. And at the house, we started watching the movie 300. And for every Persian that died in the movie, you had a drink.
Oh.
Lord.
Holy shit! There's a lot of Persians that die in that goddamn movie. I remember the first 30 minutes of the movie, and I don't remember the rest of the night.
Nice.
Woke up in my cousin's bed. I was just super hungover. Again, I was very young at this point. My mom walked in, because like we were staying in 2 different houses. My mom walked into the house and was like, "Where's my son?" And then my cousin was like, "I am so sorry. Like, we are very, very sorry." She walks in and like there's just puke everywhere.
Oh, man.
And like I'm just laying there and I'm just like, everything hurts.
I've been there. I've been there. Good
And if
Lord.
that's the worst I've ever been. And that was before I was 21.
Man, just outed yourself. Then.
Yep.
I mean, we all have like our before 21 stories because I have one very similar where I don't even remember how I got back to my dorm room with my roommates there, and I got woken up in the bathroom to one of their mothers.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So like
That's
we all
scary.
have something.
Well, that's the thing. Like here in Tucson, it's like, what else is there to do?
And
was
it's
a flashback.
ironic because
Oh,
we're
I
like
can't even argue with that logic.
Yeah, well, to be fair too, we're like the almost like the top 10 of like of
Worst
before
places.
21 drinking.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're in the top 5.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're bored. We're
It's,
Something else
well,
to
I mean,
do.
it's boring
I mean, to
here,
be
bro.
fair,
I'm not going to lie. I lived in Tucson almost my whole life. It's boring.
Yeah.
They have added a lot of new stuff to Tucson, though. Like, if I had any of this stuff, but they're so expensive now.
Yeah.
Like, so even if I was a high schooler, I'd be like, Ma, and they'd be like, no.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't let me do shit.
Here's the fifth
But
at
I mean, like,
Jameson.
the thing with Tucson too is like, if you're an outdoorsy, sportsy person,
Porson.
then you're in heaven. Like, there's fucking mountains, there's ranges and
I got
everywhere.
downtown.
Like,
That's it.
you can do shit.
That's it.
But if you're a person who doesn't like going outside, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I don't know anyone who wants to go outside in this heat. I don't understand
so
why.
bad.
anyone-
It's
Come out,
so
you
hot.
just go out and you're already pissed.
You ever
Why?
see like people who like go on the trails and then they don't come back and you just think social Darwinism?
Yes, I do. Especially when I read
Social
something, it's just like they had no water on them. I'm like, well, That was your fault.
Natural selection.
Have you motherfuckers watched 127 hours? You prepare for this shit.
Nope, and we still have the helicopter circling a mountain every
day?
single night.
Yep.
Oh my
sorry, what?
god!
Yeah,
I
no,
know
it
that.
does. Yeah, I hear
That's
it.
a thing?
It does.
That is a
it's
fucking
it's a
thing.
security precaution to make sure nobody is up there at the end of the night, because that's how dangerous it is just to be even on a small hill that literally within 30 minutes you could be with people, but people are still dying.
A mountain, you said?
Yep.
On
Yeah.
a mountain.
Not a vibe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my! I didn't know that.
Well, because you've been to the top of a mountain, right?
Oh yeah.
You know how fucking narrow that street is?
Yeah.
So, like, people are dumb as fuck and, like, just do.
Yep.
That's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think you should just let them let nature do its thing at that point.
Take off the
There
warning
are,
labels.
like, I'm definitely a person who's like, I wish everyone would just be okay. But, like, if you're that dense,
Hashtag
There's no
stupid
helping
motorist
you.
law.
Fair.
Like,
There's a
like, I still feel
boat law,
horrible
too,
because
right?
it's like, oh man, it's a sad story. But then, like, when you start hearing the details, it's like, okay, well,
Less
it
sad.
could have been prevented. Like,
So you're telling me this man denied water 30 different times, saying he was good? Fuck.
Oh.
Thoughts and prayers, hashtags on his tombstone right there. Okay, that
I was like,
that was
I
bad.
don't know. It's just I get that people want like that thrill seeking
Yeah,
thing, but it's
but-
like, why the fuck we do? Like, I've been watching.
Be smart about it.
There's a ghost hunting show called
Dude,
Destination Fear. No, it's called Destination
I know,
Fear.
I
And there's 4 people, so it's one of the cameramen from Ghost Adventures, his sister, their best friend, and another guy. What they do is they go to like these haunted locations, but at night they separate themselves and sleep alone. And I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
So
Like,
they can find the raccoon in the barracks.
or the bat that comes by.
Wait, what?
But I'm like, why the fuck? Like, because like they'll be like in a 12-story building, and there'll be one person on like floor 10, one person on floor 5, one person in a completely other building. And I'm like, what? Like, why would you trust that there's no one around? That's my thing. Because it's like, if you're out there and you die, it's like you
Ghost.
put yourself in that situation.
Just
So
send
what you're
Aaron in there.
saying
It's
to
fine.
all the serial killers out there is find these people.
Yeah, just look at all the abandoned asylums
You got good testing
and just
grounds.
stalk.
I mean, to be fair, the whole YouTube side of urban exploring, meaning like, they go to abandoned places and check this shit out, is such a huge thing.
Yeah, but normally they're with people. That's the thing.
Like one best friend who tells them that they shouldn't do it and they do it anyways.
But at least they're still with one person.
They bring a backpack with all like their flashlights and all that. It's like, have you thought about trying to bring something to protect yourself? Why? Content, I get it.
Yeah, do it for the content.
Oh man, how do y'all feel about like ghosts and shit? Like,
Oh,
I believe
man.
they exist, but would you put yourself in a position where you would go search for them?
Not by myself.
Not by myself.
Yeah, no.
That's actually something that we want to do. We
Oh.
want to do a ghost hunting thing.
An IRL
Jesus.
phasmophobia.
Yeah. Yes. Because it'd
what?
be a lot of fun, especially here in Tucson.
Have you never heard of phasmophobia?
No.
It's
What's
so it's a
that?
PC game, and the concept is it's you and 3 other people are a ghost hunting crew. You have to go in and try to find like EMF spikes, have the ghost write into a book, see if there's any fingerprints in there.
Not be left alone in the room with it.
Well, sometimes you need to be.
Sometimes you have to be.
Phantasmophobia?
It's
Phasmo.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, it's a PC game. It's a lot of fun.
They've updated it for a lot because they only had like 3 different maps that involved houses. Now, like you can go into an abandoned
Is it
high
a
school.
new game?
Yeah, relatively. It came out last year.
Oh,
It's all made by one guy.
I love it.
Yeah,
But what?
One
It's all made by one
and-
guy.
and
Really?
Single
Yeah.
I
individual.
love when that happens.
Yeah.
And so there was like this huge thing where like it just crashed and everyone wanted refunds because of the fact of like it just was just like, I was expecting more from this. I think even at one point he even came out on his own Discord, said, I'm just the only one working on this. I'll figure what I can. Fuck off.
Well, yeah, because he was not expecting it to blow up as fast as
No,
it
yeah,
did.
he wasn't.
Because like it's just an independent developer, and like it sold a stupid amount in the first month,
Wow.
and because
got
of
lucky.
that, like it crashed because of how many people were one trying to play it, but 2 downloading it at the same time.
Jeez, man.
So like I can only imagine how frustrated that
is
dude
it a
was.
single
It's like-
player experience or?
No, it's
You
multiplayer.
can do both, but
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, you can go in by yourself.
I mean, I don't have a PC to play it, so like I'm gonna have to like rely on your guys' words until that day comes.
yeah,
but
no.
it sounds
Yeah,
like
eventually.
a cool shit.
Yeah, I think you'd really enjoy it. Because another thing too is like you can die in the game. Is like the ghost
Oh.
will appear and they'll do like a lockdown where like you either have to try to run and hide or just die.
Yeah, no.
You could hide under a sheet.
If you go through some of his old
thought of
recordings,
that?
you should be able to find an episode where he's playing Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
Is it the game sessions where you and Brandi both do it?
No,
No,
I
it should
don't
be.
have
It
that
should
game.
be on our YouTube channel.
There's a YouTube channel that
Let me
has
look
like
it up.
funny moments of Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, because Al's fucking.
Is your channel Bluhdhaven too?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys are listening right now and you guys have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, you guys
Plug.
can go to youtube.com/Bluhdhaven. We upload all of our videos, all of our board game videos, a week after we upload it on our website. But with that being said, there's going to be exclusive content, including the video version of this podcast, releasing on the website starting September. So make sure to subscribe for some exclusive content on our website. But yeah, Phasmophobia, man. I know they're coming out with a new map soon.
I think so, because I know the most newest one was their prison map, and that's still buggy as shit.
Still?
Yeah, or it's just like if it's in the cell blocks, you're fucked because it can be anywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Oh yeah, because it's so big.
Yeah, because it's all so big. I mean, you'll get lucky if it's like in the
That's
visitor
what I'm
center,
saying.
like where they the visitors can talk to the inmates and all that.
That's
It's all
right.
fine. Or if you get lucky again, they're in like the
That's why I probably
video recorder area where like people can watch the cameras and
Yeah.
all that from the inside of the cell blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But
Actually,
if it's
go ahead
just
and switch it over
cell
to the
blocks, it's just
channel.
like, well,
This is gonna take us forever.
yeah, let's put cameras here, let's put motion sensors there, put fucking salt everywhere.
just to see if it walks through it.
Yeah.
I'll have him help.
Alright.
Well, Chris, what game are you playing right now?
What game am I playing?
Yeah.
Mostly, I don't know. It's kind of switched from. Sorry, what was that? Can you say that again for me,
No, I can't.
please?
No.
Say it for the microphone. at
Say-
least.
Yeah, the
say-
balls to
Say-
say it first, you have the balls to say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Doom. You're obsessed.
Doom.
Dude, well, I mean, that's a
What
pretty
is
good game to
this
be
game?
obsessed
It
with.
is. No, it is.
Game Doom.
Mm.
What? I don't know.
Eternal
24
or
hours
the
in
first
Doom.
one?
Don't know her. Well,
Or the originals?
The OG.
well, I'm almost completed the Doom Eternal, the newest one.
With the DLC and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all that.
I just downloaded the first DLC. I haven't gone back to it in like a month though.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those games. But at the same time, once you get into it, you're just like, oh shit, why am I not playing this more? And then you play like 3 days straight of it,
And still don't get past the final level.
and then you want to quit.
Is it really that hard?
Well, I mean, depending on what
The
difficulty.
difficulty,
Yeah.
Have you ever stopped playing a game because you couldn't pass a level?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What game?
There was a few. Well, when I was younger, one of them was fucking, what was it? It was a fucking fighter plane game, Blazing Angels. That I had it for the Wii. There were just like two fucking missions I could not do for the life of me, and I just like dropped my shit and I said loud, "Fuck this game." And my mom came in. She just looked at me. She goes, "You watch your mouth, or I'm gonna take that out of you." I'm like, sorry.
That's awesome.
And even my dad is like in the kitchen looking like, "Oh shit, you done goofed." But when I got older, Sekiro was like the next one. I was like, "Fuck this game."
Sekiro?
Yeah,
I haven't played that one. I heard it's good.
it's great, but it's
just
oh,
it's a Dark Souls type game, right?
It's yes, and that's the funny thing about that is that people try to play it like Dark Souls, and the developer came. I was like, no.
Well, they did the
That's
same
not how you
thing
play.
for Bloodborne too. That's the
Yeah.
one I played. Like
Yeah,
everyone tried to
I
play.
wanted,
Like
I wanted to play Bloodborne.
Bloodborne is awesome. I have a copy you want to borrow. Do you have PS4?
I do not have
That's unfortunate.
but
What about you, Val? What's one game?
I
that made
have
you just, no?
never stopped playing
I
a
find
game
this
because of
hard.
because
That's
my
what's up.
because I didn't stop playing it. I got
Oh.
pissed off about that level
Oh yeah, no, that makes
because
sense.
I didn't leave and then end the level. I left after I finished it,
No, you did. Yeah, I remember that.
and so that's my thing. Is like I like challenges, so I will literally sit there until I finish it.
Yep.
Like I do not care. Like I
I
will.
wish that VOD was still there.
Is it gone?
I think it's gone.
Damn.
I think when because Twitch only keeps it for so long.
Oh yeah, I think it was like after the 90 days or something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, because there was a time where I was streaming Halo, and I was playing through. I was doing the lasso stuff for 1, 2, 3,
In Reach.
and Reach. Yeah, because it was before
ODST,
everything else came out. And I was playing Halo 2, and there's a section where you have to go through this one corridor. There's only one entrance, and they spawn like 15 elites.
Oh shit!
And it's like blue elites, red elites.
And you're on the highest difficulty?
Hardest difficulty. I have to melee to get my shields back. I cannot see my HUD. I can't see my guns.
Wait, so you had the skulls too?
Yeah,
Yep.
lasso, legendary, all skulls on. Took
That's what that
me
means. Okay.
like 3 or 4 hours for this one section. Just this section of the game. And after I fucking completed it, I was like, I just need to take a break.
Yeah, as soon as you were done with that, wasn't there a cutscene or something?
Yeah, there's a cutscene. And I was like...
He took his headset off, went off, and I think about 5 minutes later or 3. He was fucking done.
Yeah, I was like, it was just so frustrating because it was like, every single time I almost got there, there would be like another elite that popped out of nowhere.
I felt so bad for laughing.
Yeah, there was like the scene where,
So bad.
like you cleared it. Oh, because like there's no save points either.
Mm-mm.
So like you have to get to that, like you have to get there every single time.
No.
And there was like 3 or 4 times where I finished the area, went to the new area, and then got assassinated by an elite that was behind me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I had to do it all over again.
It kind of sounds like a game. It's on Steam. It's called Nuclear Throne. I don't know if anybody's played it.
I think I've heard of it.
It's kind of like a dungeon crawler. It's better if you have a mouse, but literally you can't die, or else you have to start the entire game over again.
Oh.
You can play as a bunch of different characters. Each have their own different perks. So like I know one character has a shield. The other character, I know one of them's a meme. They made it a meme, but
This actually looks kind of cool.
it's very fun. I have it downloaded on my Steam. Oh, yeah.
I want to do all that stuff. I want to start doing Steam and all that stuff. I just need a good PC to get me going. I'm missing out on shit.
You're not missing out on much, but there's some good stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of free stuff.
Yeah.
I think as a gamer, we're living in such a great time where like you can get so many games for super cheap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Steam always has like a very good like almost like 80% off on most of their selection. Epic does like two free games a month.
Dude,
usually.
Warner Brothers like every month does like a 75% off on all their games.
Jesus fuck.
Like all the time. Every single month I'm getting stuff for Mortal Kombat. It's like get Mortal Kombat 11 for like $15. I'm like,
I mean, you can't say no.
exactly. It's like fuckers, just take my money.
They know what they got.
Insert fry meme. Shut up and take my money.
But we're gonna take a short break right here. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Be sure to check out the official Bluhdhaven t-shirt by going to www.bluhdhaven.com/store. And welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're talking about games.
What game made you rage quit as a child?
I was very much like Bal. I refused to ever rage quit. I would do a level over and over and over again until I finished it, and then I would stop.
Fucks.
Explains a lot.
It does.
Yeah, I was like, you learned this with some of the Doom levels that we would play. Like I would die over and over again until I got it right. Yeah, and then we were doing these time trials, and I wouldn't give up.
I love time trials.
And then I'm like,
Those are so
babe,
fun.
I have like 23 health. Can, we maybe go fight some people or chainsaw somebody? No, we gotta finish it. And then she'd use up the extra life, and I'd be like, babe!
Stop doing what you're doing!
Stop!
And I think the reason why I like that is because like I have to force myself to do different things because like I'm so like used to doing a certain action in a game, and when I get to that point, it's like, okay, obviously whatever I'm doing is not right for this section. So what do I have to do differently in order to get past this? And a lot of times it'll be like, I have like a smidgen of health left. Like I have no resources or nothing. How do I get past this?
No ammo, no.
Yeah, exactly.
You hear the autosave function.
Run away! Don't go head first. Run away!
Just kill me.
But what's everyone's favorite game this year so far?
Ooh.
Kind of obsessed with that Dark Alliance.
Yeah, I'm really stuck on Dark
So
Alliance.
fun. So fun.
I think as of right now, I think I'm starting to really like Biomutant a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like a fun game.
Nice.
The
Yes.
last time I popped in, I actually was a lot more interested. It looked more engaging after, because like the first time you were still in that abandoned
Tutorial.
tutorial area, and I was like, this is so boring. But like then you were fighting those weird raccoon things that did nothing to you.
So I got some good because
I enjoyed seeing you get your ass kicked by that giant
Like horse
monster
the
thing.
3-head thing.
Yeah.
The dark puffer. Or
I
whatever
was
it's called.
screaming at the screen. I was like, use your fucking ranged attack.
You're just like, I
You're like-
don't
you're
want
like-
to die.
You're like, roll, hit roll.
And they use the range attack for like the most weakest of shit. It's like, I want to make sure it's dead. I want a challenge.
No, but yeah, Biomutant is actually really cool. How much is it? A full retail game?
It's a full retail
Okay.
game, yeah. They have new, add a new DLC to add a new class, Mercenary. So if you want to act like a Ronin Samurai, they already give you that shit.
Dude,
right off
that's
the bat.
fucking cool.
Dude, that's
Okay.
what's up.
I looked at it, I was like, and you mean I made all this shit for fucking nothing? I could have paid an extra $2 for this shit?
That's how all DLC works.
Yeah, no, it is so, but I'm...
They
Play to
suck
win
you in
kinda
and
shit,
then they
yeah.
give you something better that you should have just waited for.
But I'm always just like, I mean, it is $2. I mean, at least I could just make this shit in game.
That's true.
Not unless you delete it by accident.
Hey, so when you
Fuck
say
no.
a game this
Dude,
year, do you mean like a game that came out this year?
So
There's a game that you're obsessed with
Yeah,
right now,
any
this
game.
year.
Oh, man.
yeah, so think about that because I want to talk about what happened to Kris. So there is a function in Dark Alliance, and they actually it's very straightforward because when you go talk to the merchant, he says no refunds. Holy shit, is that true?
Oh, yeah.
And Kris learned the fucking hard way.
Oh, yeah.
So in order for you to upgrade your gear, you have to go to the merchant. Well, she had a legendary item, which is the best value item that you can have.
Rank 4.
There are two buttons. The X button is to upgrade your items. The
And
A
the
button is to sell your items.
Guess what button she held down?
I
Hey,
can only
The wrong
imagine.
one.
All we hear in the other room was pure silence.
And then a oh no.
Guys.
I'm
So sad. That's so sad.
I've done that.
We've done something like that before.
Oh, we've
Everyone's
done that
something
one
like
And
that.
then-
times.
Brandy on Sundays, if you ever drop by, she holds a surprise stream on some Sundays. She was holding a party, and she got disconnected. It's fine, that happens. I was not aware I was the party leader then, and so my thing acted up, and I was disconnected. And
they had gotten a lot of legendaries.
Yeah.
yes,
I think I got 3 legendary items during that run.
Yeah, I had like 2
I was
legendary.
fine. I
But
one
the
was
function
fine.
of the game is you do not collect your items unless you finish the dungeon.
I want to fucking get this game now.
Dude, it's so
fun.
Yeah,
fun.
it's a really good, but I still stand by what I said on Sunday. They need to make it a feature where if you disconnect, you can go back into the same level, same spot.
I do agree with that. I do agree if you
Yeah.
disconnect when you're in the middle of a dungeon, you should be able to reconnect in the middle
the way
of a
how
dungeon.
it kind of sounds like that one game Hood, where like it's like a Robin Hood. It's like Hood something. I can't remember the name of it completely.
Hood.
But it's
Boys
like
in the
a
Hood?
no, it's like a medieval like Robin Hood type of thing. You play as different types of people. Like you have like the big bruiser, you have like a ranger and all that, and you're going in and you're basically stealing shit from these people without trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, it's called Hood, Outlaws, and Legends.
There you go.
Yeehaw.
Xbox compatible?
I
Doubt it.
think.
Multiplayer video game. Oh, yeah, it is. Microsoft Windows, Xbox Series X.
Is it specific for the Series X? Because I found actually 2 games now that I cannot download because it's
Xbox
specific
One.
for the Xbox X. Okay,
Because
cool.
it's also PS4 as well.
Can we talk about the prices on that fucking Xbox X now?
How fucking crazy expensive everything
How much
is.
are they?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so
Almost
so
$900.
on
What the
Microsoft,
fuck?
yeah, on Microsoft, they're selling the X is supposed to be $500. The S is supposed to be $300. Everywhere that you see it available, the X is at least $800. At least.
Is it because it's like hard to get them right now?
Yeah.
Like the PS5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scalpers.
So both the
Fuckers.
PS5 and the Xbox Series are having such a hard time right now.
Yep.
And I still think that because the PS5 was doing a raffle for a time. which
They're
made it a
still
little bit-
doing the
They're still
raffle.
doing that
Why isn't Xbox?
because it doesn't make a money.
Well, I mean,
No, it's
still a supply and demand. I mean,
It's
I
probably
think
a
for
PR
them, I
They
think
can
for
still
well,
make money, but
I
they'd
think
at
for
least get
them,
their
it's
product
they
out
don't
there.
want to alienate a broader audience.
Okay.
Because the thing with the raffle is you have to have a PSN account to then sign up for the raffle.
Okay.
Because my friend Matt has actually gotten 6 raffle tickets even after he's already bought one.
Well, couldn't they do the same thing with if you have Game Pass, you could sign up for the raffle?
They
Like, you're a
could, but
subscriber.
again, you're alienating a broader audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like,
they'd
people
rather
who
have
don't-
it. They'd rather have the supply and demand function rather than giving it to exclusively people who are already on their platform.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They want to bring in
Spread.
those new people.
Yeah. So it's like think of the soccer mom who's like doesn't know shit about games, right? But their son is like, I want an Xbox for Christmas or whatever.
Buys them a PlayStation.
The mom's not gonna get an Xbox Live account just to get a raffle to get it. She's just gonna be like,
Get some PSP.
Walmart.
I don't even see those.
PS Vita. A PS
Whoa.
Vita.
Those are basically fucking this belongs in a museum type of handheld gaming thing. All right.
Or
Hey, I love my
Soulja-
PSP. It got me
No,
through some
they're
hard
good.
The
times.
Soldier Boy Game Boy. Or
Oh,
The Soulja
God.
they
Boy.
could have sold.
Yeah.
I remember that
Soulja
now.
Boy.
They didn't.
Oh, they could have. That would have been good.
That's entrepreneurial mindset right there.
There you go.
I never had one of those, but I did have a GameCube.
I still have my GameCube.
Yeah, I still have mine.
I've had every single Nintendo console.
Me too.
Nice.
Wait, hold up. Maybe not. I haven't had owned a Super Nintendo actually.
I have not owned a 64. I was just GameCube.
You know,
You missed out on 64?
Damn.
Well, to be fair, I was like, yeah, no, I didn't. I had friends who had the 64.
Yeah,
but
we
I
had
got
friends
man.
with 64. We jumped straight to the Genesis. Back to the Genesis?
Yeah, you jumped back to the Genesis.
Back to the
Yeah, I'd say
Genesis?
Genesis came out before the 64.
Yeah, so we had Genesis, never got the 64, got the GameCube, had a telecom for a stint, but don't ask about that.
Telecom.
And then Xbox.
I was just about to ask, do you know anybody who's owned a Saturn?
Yeah, actually.
You know somebody on a
Yeah,
Saturn?
Nice.
my fucking uncle has a Saturn like in his fucking closet.
Still right now?
Those
Yes.
controllers were cool.
Awesome.
Does it work?
I know because I don't touch that shit.
I have never
If it's not out
ever
there, if it's not
touched
out-
a Saturn in my life.
I have, but I don't know anyone who currently still has it. Like, I had like one friend who owned it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Curious if we could find that at like Bookman's.
Oh, I'm sure you
You
can.
can.
I think it actually, I saw it the other day at Bookman's right there next to Park Place Mall. On Speedway.
Yeah, on
and-
Speedway and...
You know, from the upside down pyramid bank?
yeah.
Okay, so,
But yeah, that's what it fucking is.
yeah, man. That's,
We live in an interesting time.
It is an interesting time. I always heard a rumor that building sinks 2 inches every year. I don't know if that's true
That's
or not.
not true.
That can't be true
It's
because it
2
would have been like
centimeters.
it would have been like a halfway into the ground by now.
Well, this is something my grandmother told me when I was a kid, and I was like, well, she knows.
Your grandmother's like, this dumbass.
Little do you know,
Like, look at her.
his
She's-
grandma
she
go
knows.
and mark that building
Every single...
You just
bet-
go there next time. You just see little. marks
I
on
wish,
the
yeah, I wish there's some motherfucker like who works there tells like their new employee like I want you to mark a little thing. Like why? I want to see if it actually sinks 2 inches.
It's like an initiation ritual.
They're hazing.
It's terrible.
and somebody goes by and erases it and it disappears.
No, they erase it and then you make it lower. Comes in, it fucking sank. It fucking sank.
What's another, like, iconic building here in town?
Oh,
I don't know,
shit.
but I've always wanted to go to Tombstone.
You
Oh,
never
it's
been
a
to
nice,
Tombstone?
it's a fun place.
Yeah, you gotta really
It
appreciate
feels very
West.
cultish, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
Cultish?
awesome.
Dude,
Let's go.
when,
No, it is.
when you have to, like, the
So,
road
something.
going there, there's that small town.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
right before,
David,
where there's, like,
something.
7 fucking churches.
Mhm.
And it's like, as you're going through there, you're like, yeah, someone's gonna hit my car.
So we're going. Ghost
yeah,
hunting.
like,
we're going ghost hunting right
there,
now.
there are
graveyard
3...
is fucking haunted.
Yeah, there are
It's
3
less
ghost
Ghost
locations.
Adventures and more Wrong Turn
Yeah.
territory.
Oh,
wouldn't-
yeah.
I wouldn't try that.
Let's go.
I don't
I'm
know.
down.
The town,
Tombstone's
the
fun.
town,
Churches.
the town
Huh?
I grew up in
What's
had
that?
a haunted cemetery too. So.
About those 7 churches, does Church B get mad at Church D and Church
I don't know, man.
C?
I just think it's all the same cult.
That-
Like, they're just like, hey, we're meeting up at Church A
And
this
you
week.
know you're in the right place when that pavement starts turning into dirt.
Dirt? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but Tombstone is actually really cool.
No,
No,
it
it's
is
a lot
very
of fun.
fun place.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, you have to really appreciate the West and the Western genre
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because you take somebody who's not, they're gonna be very bored.
Oh, absolutely.
Very, very bored.
Spaghetti
Absolutely.
westerns were my shit.
Yeah.
What was
no,
that?
you would
Sometimes
you
you'll have
definitely
people like
like it.
dress up like Holiday or Earp at some
Well,
point.
every
you know?
day they
Shit,
do
I
the
go there with my
reenactments.
guns
yeah.
out.
of,
Well, just
uh,
like
Okay, I was
even,
gonna
well,
say,
even
was
without
that,
the
was that
reenactments.
Tombstone
Yeah.
that for lunch when I was a kid, or my school took me to some place and they did a reenactment of ghosts riding through the lunch hall.
What are you talking
I don't
about?
know about
Man,
that.
but it,
It
I
might
was,
be old Tucson.
so
It sounds like old Tucson.
Yeah,
I-
that sounds like old
I'm
Tucson.
gonna pause on that one. I actually lived in Mesa growing up,
Mhm.
so it had. I'm pretty sure it was
Cool
something
song.
up in Phoenix.
Okay, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Phoenix Terrace? I don't know what's going up in Phoenix
I,
Terrace.
don't, I stay away
curious.
from
That's
Phoenix
rich
for a
people
reason.
like
Yeah.
area.
I stay away from Phoenix.
Whatever.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah, we talked about
Tombstone's
it.
a lot of fun because it's
That's
like
some shit.
they try to preserve as much of it as they can.
That's
So
cool.
like
That's cool.
the main road of Tombstone like is completely roped off,
Yeah.
and it's just dirt and like you have like the traditional wooden
That's cool.
buildings and stuff like that.
That's really cool.
And it's still all. Most of them are still the original buildings they
Mhm.
were from back then, just
Wow.
refurbished from
That's-
mostly from the outside. The inside they try to keep as much as it is possible.
That's really
Yeah.
awesome, actually.
They just add central air.
yeah, that's really.
It's really a dude.
Sometimes you'll see like the fans is like, man, it's really cold. And oh, there it is.
Those fans work really well.
Yeah,
Man,
but no,
I bought my gun belt from there.
Oh, really?
It was pricey as fuck, but I was like, it's worth it.
I will say their shit's pricey, but they feel that
It's authentic as shit.
And it's also that's the way that they live out there.
No,
so
that
it's
is-
like
Have you guys heard of Nothing, Arizona?
I heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
I've been to Nothing.
I've heard nothing
I have
about
a
it.
picture in front of
Nothing
What?
but nothing.
I have a picture in front of Nothing.
why is this a thing?
holy shit! It's a town. Nothing is
It's
an
in
inhabited
Arizona.
ghost town in eastern Mojave County.
Mm-hmm. I have a picture in front of
That's right by
It's on your way to like Bullhead or Kings.
because I remember bypassing it when we went to the Renaissance Festival one year.
Holy shit!
And it's
yeah.
like it's just a ghost town.
Yep.
They have a
It
giant
literally has
motel
Yep.
that's like just corroded and everything.
They literally have like I remember seeing this sign that just says "Nothing Rock Shop" and all this. I remember that shit.
Because
I don't know
if
about
I'm not,
nothing
Gotcha.
Arizona, but I'd rather go to Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
let's fucking go.
Or
That's
what is
crazy.
this one?
That is cool.
Yeah, I think that town. I'm pretty sure it was a copper mining town.
I think it
Yeah.
was.
but it
copper.
ran out of
You
copper.
ever read the Wikipedia page for it?
No.
It's pretty funny.
I'm
It's pretty
curious.
funny.
Let's
Oh,
go.
now I'm
There's a plaque
interested.
there.
But there's
This
a-
is what this
there's
is
a
all
plaque
about.
there.
Just looking
Now I
at
want to go to
shit.
Tombstone. Now, fuck you, Chris.
It's fun.
Let's make
we
a
should
road trip.
go.
Let's
It's
do
some
it.
cool stuff, but the only
Nothing
thing
is
is,
an
I will
uninhabitable ghost town,
not go
Eastern
in that
Mojave
fucking
County,
mine
United
anymore because
States.
that fucking staircase is killer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like, it's fine going down, but once you go up, you're like, oh god, my legs.
Let's make a vlog. Let's go.
What, to go to Tombstone?
Yeah.
A vlog of just
Fuck it,
the
I'm down.
stairs.
Yeah, just
I'm just letting you know, if
Oh,
I join
God.
you guys, I'm dressing up. I'm going with my...
I'm down.
I'm going with my gun belt, hat, guns, too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I
What
don't
do
have a
you
duster,
normally
but...
do
I don't
on
have
the
a duster
mornings
either.
before Munchkin Mondays?
I do all of my paperwork
All
and my
paperwork?
editing.
Paperwork, editing. Tuesday is normally podcast. Wednesday mornings normally
Editing.
editing, and then Thursdays that man we gotta
And
find
Wednesday night is
Yeah,
our
Alien,
other
which I know.
production.
What?
Thursday, Buddy
I
streams. And then Sunday you have dinner.
But next
and
weekend.
stream.
We don't always have to do dinner.
Next weekend, what am I doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
I
What are
don't
we
know.
doing?
Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday we have
Saturday, Vampire.
you have Vampire Sunday. I can take a
Sunday's
hiatus.
Sunday's a Sabbath, so...
Okay, so we'll figure it out.
I love how everyone just...
This
We'll figure
town
out a
ain't
day
big
to
enough
go.
for the
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen.
5 of us.
Skip
I mean,
it.
we're pretty far ahead on recordings, so honestly, if we wanted to, maybe Tuesday morning shoot the podcast on location.
Ooh.
Fucking
Oh,
So, like, go out to Tombstone and then do something there.
we could?
No.
We could set it like Big Nose Kate's or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. I just have to figure out how to power the...
Of course, that place is pretty rowdy. I don't know if we'll be able to hear ourselves. So.
Yeah.
I'm an audio engineer. We're fine.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Or fucking do the whole stagecoach tour. That's fun as shit.
I actually never did that.
What's
Yeah,
that?
what they do is there's a guy who you literally get on a stagecoach.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
he takes you like different parts of around Tombstone. Like he shows you like Doc Holliday's old house, I think it was, or one of
Fuck
Earth's
yeah,
house
really?
over
Yeah.
there. Shows you the Dragoon Mountains a bit, and you see he talks and just lets you know the history of the place. This is cool.
And on your left,
Yeah.
dirt.
And it's funny because I remember how they started it was like they told you the average height of somebody between in the 1800s, right? He looked at me and he goes, "You'd be considered a mountain man." It's like, yeah, no.
Well,
Yeah, because what the average height back then for, like, a
below-
male was, like, 5'5"?
Yeah.
Considering
wow.
your shoe is bigger than my head, yes, you are a mountain man.
Listen,
Damn, homie, what size you wear?
16s.
Fuck. E5 fun.
Mountain man.
I think I'm a size 10.
And it's I always like the thing of like when I was in high school, it's like act your age, not your shoe size. And I always raise my hand. What if your age is your shoe size, sir? What do you mean? I wear 15.
It's fucking great.
But yeah, no, we'll definitely do a Tombstone run because it's a lot of fun. If you guys are in Arizona, I recommend going to Tombstone if you are into any type of Western and stuff like that. And if you are, I recommend watching the movie Tombstone because that movie is fantastic.
One of the best movies of all time.
It's one of the best Westerns of all time.
And I refuse to own a copy of it unless I buy it from Tombstone. So,
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm going to, next time I go to Tombstone.
Pure
I'm gonna-
authentic.
Yeah. That one's good. And then there was another one, I think it's called White. No, it's just called Earp.
No, it's White
I think-
Earp.
is
with
it White
Kevin-
Earp?
with
With
Kevin
Kevin
Costner?
Costner?
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
I
that
actually haven't
one's good
seen that
too.
one. I heard it was good, though.
Yeah,
It
it's
was-
good.
I heard it was not as good as Tombstone.
It's
Well,
not as Hollywood
Yeah,
as Tombstone.
because
Oh.
Tombstone has to do just basically with the entire town.
Yeah.
Whereas Wyatt Earp talks about mostly his life.
Right.
Remember when he was like a peace officer in
Yeah, it's more biography.
like a film. Yeah.
It's not a biography, but it's like a biography inspired film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still good, but yeah, go check those out. But we are coming up towards the end of the podcast. So we always end the podcast by giving the audience a recommendation of something to watch, whether a movie or TV show. Obviously, Tombstone's off the table because we already told them that. So if you guys want to think about something, what did you have for this week?
I have Interview with the Vampire.
Ooh!
I've seen that.
I was on free. It's on YouTube. I'm free on YouTube right now with Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, a young Kirsten Dunst, Antonio Banderas. Holy fuck.
There's a lot of people in that movie.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Antonio Banderas with long hair, I want him to fuck me. just
kind of like that.
Yeah, it was just
like an Emilio vibe.
Yeah, it's just straight and just like he rocks it. But everyone with all the male cast with the long hair, just please.
I'll be honest though, like between him and Desperado, I still prefer Desperado
Oh yes.
Okay, no,
yes.
that's fair.
because he comes with good guitar at that point.
Oh yeah.
He won't just fuck you; he'll make love to you.
Fuck yeah, he would.
Played by Antonio Banderas.
The way how they set it up, though, they could have made a sequel.
Oh,
They
Interview
did.
with the Vampire?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm still on Desperado.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No.
Well, did you ever watch El Mariachi?
Yes, I have
Hell
the
yeah.
original one.
Yep.
I actually came across that by accident, thinking it was a Desperado knockoff. No, it's the first
It's
one.
the first movie in
It's the
the
first
trilogy.
one. Yeah, no, they're all great, man. I
Yeah.
love that.
I love those movies. Those are really good. Well, continue on the Antonio Banderas thing. I will recommend the Legend of Zorro movies.
Oh,
That's
I
what
haven't
I was
seen
gonna
those.
say. I was like on that track.
Yeah.
I remember watching the originals too.
The
Cool.
classic
The
ones?
classic
Dude,
ones.
fuck yeah, it's so good.
Fucking Christ.
I have never seen any Legend of Zorro.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
It's literally Mexican Robin Hood.
Yeah, no.
I heard a while ago they were thinking of making a comic book crossing Legend of Zorro with Django from Django Unchained.
Ooh,
Like there
That's
was actually it might still be in the
interesting.
works.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be
That-
a lot of motherfuckers.
that
in
can
there.
work though because in the sequel, that's like during around that time.
Like
as
apparently
well.
Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino was also interested, and it's not gonna be a movie. It was just gonna be a
A
comic.
comic book.
Yeah,
that still would work.
I would love to. I would love that shit.
That'd be
I love
interesting.
Django Unchained.
Just have them just like cross past, maybe just like do a subtle nod and then just. But if it's gonna be like a full blown like crossover,
It
then
was a full blown crossover.
Oh, hell
They
yes.
actually had a backstory saying like Antonio, but not Antonio Banderas, Zorro. Sorry, like well, they're both after the same thing, you know. Django's
Yeah.
a bounty hunter, Zorro's after justice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah.
So they cross paths in that regard, and they work together to take down
Ooh.
A
Whitey.
big bad evil guy.
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Well, he gets the justice while the other one gets paid.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
But what about you, Chris? What is your recommendation?
I recommend this movie. It's a little obscure. It's called Heavy Metal. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
Oh,
It's from like the 70s.
Yeah,
It's got everything you could ever want.
I've read
Heavy
I've read the books or comics,
Heavy
what
metal,
graphic novels, whatever you want to
boobs,
call them.
guts, gore, fighting, weird shit, space stuff,
Space sex.
space sex, and monkeys. I think,
Oh
are in there.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And a
I've seen
green-
this movie.
And a green orb, but it all ties in together, and it's really cool. And
Yeah,
Most
I
important
remember
is
seeing.
heavy
I remember
metal.
seeing like
Which you didn't
the.
recommend Climate.
That's
I was thinking about it.
South Park makes a reference
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
when one of them takes drugs or whatever.
it. yeah.
But
it's a ride of a
It's a
movie.
trip.
it's
That's
I
what it
remember
is.
seeing like the books at or magazines at Bookman's, and I've always wanted to get them.
It's
but
got
they,
everything you would ever need.
Hell yeah,
It's got
that's what's up.
everything you would ever need.
What about you, Brandi?
Something that I got onto last year during COVID was Upload. It's on Amazon Prime, and it is
that one show, right?
Yeah, it's
I say that because I see a lot of shit of it on TikTok.
yeah,
That
there's-
one show
it's
with the guy
it's
and the
an
thing.
afterlife style story.
Mm-hmm.
It involves murder, deceit, love, and just all out comedy. It's making a giant joke about an
Life?
afterlife, but at the same time, gotta find that mystery.
Yeah, it's like it's think of like if The Good Place was actually good.
Yeah, but too good.
Yeah, it's like it's the afterlife, but it's like everything involves uploading #social media.
Yeah, virtual reality.
That's
Yeah, it's
interesting.
weird. Like there's one scene in it where he sees him like he sees everybody at his own funeral, and she's like telling us like look how much I paid for this, and he's just looking at this like well, you didn't have to fucking do all this shit, and just all.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
a bitch.
You gotta watch it because
No, it is.
it's real twisted in a sense, and the ending, I cannot wait for season 2.
All right, I'll wait till the end of season 2 to start watching it.
Of course, there's no
Makes
season 2.
I'm sorry, I have a problem. Whenever I find a TV show I like, it only ever has one series.
Yeah, I can't get into a
Reminds
series.
me of all the animes.
That's
Pour one out.
why I stopped watching One Piece.
God.
Actually, no. Quick update. I looked it up. That book exists. Django Zorro, the official sequel to Django Unchained.
Holy shit!
Really?
It exists. It came out back in
Wow.
2014. I'm surprised too. I'm gonna read that shit, and I'll
Nice.
get back to you guys. As far as movies are concerned, I just watched Rush Hour again, so I recommend watching Rush Hour again if you want a good nostalgic. I watched it because my brother, never seen a Jackie Chan movie. Like, we watched Rumble in the Bronx, and they're like, "Oh, this is really cool." And I'm like, he did a movie with Smokey from Friday. By the way, they know Smokey from Friday. They know Friday. I'm like, there's no. Then she's like, or he's like, there's no way. So we popped it in. We watched all of them. Well, we didn't watch the third one, but
1 and 2.
1 and 2, great night. And
Hell
I think,
yeah.
and I recommend going back and taking a look at those movies if you're just down for some nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, keep in mind, those movies are from the 90s and early 2000s, and they're very much from the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh,
Those jokes. Whoo!
Don't you
They're
ever touch
funny.
a black man? See? I love it. I love it. What
But
can
their
I say?
bloopers were always fucking.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
man.
yeah.
He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
Yeah, no, I really do like Jackie Chan's movies. Rumble in the Bronx is so good.
It was my first one.
Really?
That was my introduction to Jackie Chan.
Nice.
I recommend. I know this is really fucking hard to find too, but I recommend trying to find The Legend of the Drunken Master. That movie is fucking amazing.
Is
There's
that really hard to find? I heard that.
It is super hard to find because you can find Drunken Master, which is the first movie in the series.
Oh,
It's
shit, there's a sequel?
Yeah, it's the
I
one
didn't know
where
that.
he's younger, but it's called The Legend of the Drunken Master, and it's when he's older. It's a retelling of the first one, but the story kind of expands a little bit more. And it is probably one of his best, like, overall stunt performances I've ever seen.
Fuck.
Yeah, if you can get your hands on the DVD, I'd recommend watching it because you cannot find it anywhere online.
Not even a stream?
Nope,
Nope.
nowhere.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
one.
find like obscure.
It's
like,
one of those,
movie
like-
clips on YouTube. That's about it.
Yeah, it's just like the Death Note movies, the ones that came out in like 2006. You can't find them anywhere online.
Yeah, like, and we tried so hard, but we can't figure out if what we found was just going to be only in Japanese with Japanese subtitles
Yep.
and all that. And we're like, we don't want that.
I don't speak Japanese.
We could learn, then watch it.
You know how hard it is to learn an auditory language,
Or we could go to Tombstone and do a vlog.
or we
And
could do
not-
that. Yeah.
and not.
Go to
Um,
Tombstone, speak Japanese.
No.
Hell no.
Everyone's just gonna look at us funny.
I love like how funny that would be.
Yeah, thank you. Because they look at us. And they,
Konnichiwa.
Like, I always thought it was funny because I don't speak Spanish, but I thought it'd be funny if I learned like German or something just to throw people off.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
Just come
What?
to somebody and you're.
Well, it's one of our friends. They work with my mom, and whenever we go to like a Chinese restaurant or something like that, he lived in China for like 10 years, and that's where he met his wife and had their
Oh,
kid.
nice.
So like whenever we go to a Chinese restaurant, he'll just speak fluent Mandarin, and they're just like,
Yep.
this big white dude, like think super nerdy IT dude. Speaking fluent Mandarin to these to these Chinese individuals, and they're just like, and then they start responding in Chinese, and then you can hear it. It's like they're very quizzical in their voice when they're talking to him. It's so great.
That's always how it works too. Like this one guy. Well, we can talk about that later. But
Yeah.
this one guy who just speaks nothing. You think he knows all the languages?
The guy on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like does. It's not. What is it called? Like where he meets random people online.
Like
What's
he
it called?
I don't know what it's called, but it's like he just basically can speak. He can speak Arabic, German, Russian, fluent Mandarin.
Yep.
Fucking just
Korean.
Korean. You think this man is just basically a walking Rosetta Stone?
Yeah, but the way he looks is like he's always wearing like a polo shirt, has glasses, like super thin, like white guy, and it's
Yeah.
like just super fluent in all these different languages. It's like holy shit.
So his content mostly revolves around him surprising people with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
I like
'Cause
that
I
stuff.
saw one where like a girl knew French, German, and Vietnamese, and she was like, "Oh, my English is not good," and then he just started talking in French, and then she was like, "Oh, I can actually communicate with you." That's the one thing that I wish that I had is like a different language. Like I understand Cantonese, but I can't speak it. I wish I was fluent enough to be able to communicate.
I just wish I wish I knew another language.
We're all bad Mexicans.
Start with the
Mexican.
curse words first. That's how
Start
you
with the
learn.
curse words.
That's how I
I'm
learned.
not a Mexican here.
I said we're all bad Mexicans.
Why, you're a good Mexican?
No, that's me.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of the podcast. Really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed what you listened to, don't forget to subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as the Google Play Store. And don't forget to go to Bluhdhaven.com for more of our content, and we'll see you guys next week.
Wait, before we go, one thing. I just want to clarify one thing, okay? It was the M word. The M word.
M as in motel.
Yes,
M as in
just
Mickey.
wanted to be sure. I'm done.
Love you, Belle.
See you guys next week.